diving deep today into the story of Alex and how he built a $1 million affiliate marketing website.
And get this, he did it all while working a full-time job.
Yeah, that's what caught my eye too.
What I think is so interesting about Alex's story is that he didn't know anything about tech or online business when he started.
It's that whole zero to hero thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So his website is finvsfin.com, and it's all about comparing and reviewing health and wellness products so people can make good choices.
Exactly.
But how do you even go from zero to $1 million online?
That is the question, isn't it?
Especially when it's so competitive these days.
It's super competitive.
I mean, everyone's trying to make a buck online, right?
That's what we're going to unpack today.
Yeah.
Alex's story is like a masterclass in seeing opportunities and really making a plan and just working hard.
That good old hustle.
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely ready to hear more about this because I know a lot of our listeners are super interested in the online business world.
For sure.
Whether they're building a side hustle or being a content creator, or even if they just want to understand how the internet works, on a deeper level.
Yeah, and even if you're not thinking about starting a business, there's still a lot to learn from Alex.
Yeah.
Like finding things that people need, providing good info, and building real connections.
All right, so let's rewind back to the beginning.
Yeah.
Alex is working this full-time job and starts messing around with this website idea.
Mm-hmm.
But he's hitting all these roadblocks.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about those early struggles?
Yeah, so at first, Alex wasn't making any money at all.
Oof.
He was spending hours on his website after work and on weekends trying to figure out SEO.
Search engine optimization?
Yeah, that's the one.
Right.
He was writing articles trying to get his website to show up in Google searches.
Yeah.
But nothing seemed to be working.
And it's funny how we use terms like SEO. Everyone knows what it means.
Yeah.
For those who are new to all this, can you break down what SEO is and why it was so important for Alex?
Yeah, for sure. So basically, SEO is all about making your website look good to search engines like Google.
Okay.
It's about understanding what people are searching for online and then optimizing your website. So Google thinks it's a good and trustworthy source.
Got it.
The better your SEO, the higher you rank in search results and the more free traffic you get to your website.
So it's like playing by Google's rules to get your stuff seen.
Yeah, basically.
No wonder Alex was struggling in the beginning.
It's a lot to learn.
Yeah, it's like a whole new language.
Exactly, and it's always changing.
Yeah.
But you know what? Alex didn't let those challenges stop him. He was determined to figure it out, and that's what led to his success.
So he keeps pushing through, even with all the SEO hurdles.
Mm-hmm.
What was the turning point? When did things start clicking for him?
So there are a few big moments that really changed things for him.
Okay.
The first was realizing that he needed to pick the right niche.
Right.
Trying to compete in the whole health and wellness market was just too hard. There were already tons of websites and brands out there.
It's like trying to open a coffee shop next to a Starbucks.
Exactly.
Not a recipe for success.
Nope. So Alex took a step back and started looking at smaller parts of the health and wellness world.
Okay.
He was looking for things that people were searching for a lot,
Yeah.
but where there wasn't as much competition.
Makes sense.
So instead of being a small fish in a big pond,
Yeah.
he found a smaller pond where he could be a bigger fish.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah, and this is a super important lesson for anyone trying to build a business or even stand out in their career.
Yeah.
It's about finding where your passions and skills meet a need that isn't already filled.
Okay, so he finds his niche.
Uh-huh.
But how did he start getting people to his website?
Right.
Was it all SEO or was there more to it?
Well, SEO was definitely a big part of it.
Okay.
But Alex knew that wasn't enough.
Okay.
He realized that the key to ranking well in Google was to create really good content.
Stuff that actually answered people's questions.
Yeah. And provided real value.
So not just churning out random blog posts.
Nope. It was about becoming the best source of information for his specific niche.
Okay.
He spent hours researching what people were searching for, using tools to figure out the words they were using and the questions they had.
So he was getting inside their heads.
Kind of.
Okay.
Then he wrote detailed articles that answered those questions better than any other website out there.
Wow.
He was thinking, if I was looking for this info, what would make me trust this website? What would make me want to come back for more?
That's smart.
Yeah.
So he's doing his SEO homework and making awesome content.
Mm-hmm.
But even with all that, isn't there a chance your website could still get lost online?
It's definitely a risk.
How do you actually get people to find it?
That's a great point.
Yeah.
This is where Alex's strategy really shines. He knew that organic traffic from SEO was important, but it wasn't the only way to get people to his website.
Right.
He started trying out paid advertising, specifically Google Ads, which let him target his perfect audience directly.
So instead of hoping people would stumble upon his site,
Yeah,
he was putting it right in front of them.
exactly.
Smart.
He was like, hey, Google, I've got this amazing content that answers these questions. Show it to the people who are looking for those answers.
I like it.
And the best part about paid advertising is that you can really measure it.
Yeah.
He could track how much he was spending, how many people were clicking on his ads, and how many of those clicks turned into sales.
That takes the guesswork out of it.
For sure.
Okay, so we have the niche selection, the SEO, the great content, and the paid ads. Was there anything else that helped him succeed early on?
Well, one more thing that impressed me was how he went after partnerships instead of just using those generic affiliate programs,
Right.
which usually have low commission rates.
Yeah.
Alex reached out directly to brands in his niche.
Oh, wow. So he was building relationships and trying to get better deals.
Yeah, exactly. He knew that good relationships with brands could mean higher commissions, exclusive offers for his audience, and even chances to work together on marketing.
Okay, so we've talked a lot in this first part of our deep dive.
We have.
We've looked at Alex's early struggles, his aha moments about picking a niche and creating good content, his use of SEO and paid advertising, and his smart way of making partnerships. But what I really want to know is, how did all of this turn into actual money? When did he start seeing a return on all that effort?
That's the big question, isn't it? And that's what we'll talk about in the next part of our deep dive.
Ooh, I can't wait.
We'll explore Alex's money journey from making his first dollar to hitting that crazy $1 million mark.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's a wild ride.
Well, I'm buckled up and ready for part 2.
Me too.
Yeah.
So remember how Alex was making almost no money from his website at first?
Yeah, putting in all those hours after work, trying to figure out SEO and content creation.
It's pretty inspiring to see him stick with it.
For sure.
But there had to be times he thought about giving up.
Oh, yeah. I bet there were moments where he just wanted to watch Netflix instead.
Totally.
So for those first 6 months, his earnings were...
Pretty much nothing.
Really?
Yeah, just a few bucks here and there from random sales,
Wow.
but nothing to write home about.
You'd think most people would just give up at that point.
It would be easy to.
Yeah.
But Alex really believed in what he was doing.
Oh.
He knew he was on the right path.
Yeah.
He kept tweaking his website, learning more about online business.
It's like that saying, the only way to do great work is to love what you do.
Exactly.
It sounds like Alex was really passionate about helping people find those health and wellness products.
Yeah, he was. And you could see that passion in his content and how he was connecting with those brands.
Okay.
It wasn't just about making a quick buck. It was about building something good, something that could really help people.
So 6 months in, he's still working hard, but not making much money.
Right. This is where things get interesting.
Okay.
Remember his aha moment about choosing the right niche?
Uh-huh.
That plus his amazing content started to work.
Okay.
He started to see more and more people visiting his website.
So more people were finding him through Google searches.
Yeah, and as more people came to his website, more people clicked his links and bought things.
His income started to grow.
It did slowly at first,
Okay.
but then it really took off.
Like exponential growth.
Exactly. Within a year of starting his website, Alex was making around $15,000 a month.
Wait, $15,000 a month.
Yep.
That's more than some people make from their full-time jobs.
You're telling me.
And he was still working his full-time job on top of that.
He was.
Imagine seeing your side hustle income become bigger than your main income.
Must have felt pretty good.
So did he quit his job right then and there?
Not right away. He's a careful guy.
Okay.
He wanted to make sure this wasn't just a lucky streak.
That makes sense.
So he kept working both jobs for a few more months, saving as much money as he could and putting some of his profits back into the business.
Smart move.
Yeah, it's easy to get excited about early success.
Yeah.
But you got to be smart about it.
Totally.
Have a solid financial plan and a way to keep growing.
So this brings us to another big moment in Alex's story.
It does.
When he decided to quit his job and just focus on his website.
The moment of truth.
He was making good money on the side,
He was.
but leaving a stable job is a big risk.
It is.
What made him decide to do it?
A few things.
Oh.
First, his website income was consistently higher than his full-time salary.
Wow.
He figured if he spent all his time on the business,
Yeah.
he could grow it even faster.
So it was a calculated risk.
Exactly. He did the math, had a plan, and had saved up some money.
Okay.
But there was another, even bigger reason,
What's that?
his passion.
There it is again.
Alex realized He wasn't happy at his corporate job anymore.
Okay.
It was draining him and stopping him from doing what he really loved.
I get that.
He knew if he didn't go for it now,
Yeah.
he might regret it later.
So he took the leap,
He did.
quit his job, and focused everything on finvisfin.com.
Yep. And you know what happened?
What?
Things exploded.
Really?
Without his 9 to 5, Alex could really focus on his content, SEO, and brand partnerships.
Like he leveled up?
Totally. He was working on his own terms, setting his own hours, pouring his heart into something he believed in.
And it paid off.
Big time within a year of quitting his job. Alex's website was making over $1 million.
$1 million?
Yeah.
That's insane.
It just shows what hard work, smart thinking, and taking a chance can do.
What I find even more amazing is that Alex isn't stopping there.
I know, right?
He's always looking to improve, to try new things, and to give back to the people who helped him succeed.
That's what I love about him.
So he's built this $1 million business.
Uh-huh.
He's living the dream.
Yep.
But what's next for Alex?
That's the cool part.
Okay.
He's actually planning to sell his business.
Wow. So he's not just building a business?
Nope.
He's building something he can sell for even more.
Exactly. And that's a big lesson for anyone in business.
What's that?
Think long-term, build something valuable, and know when to cash in.
So he's had this amazing success,
Mhm.
got his exit strategy, but I feel like there's more to his story than just the money.
You're right, there is.
Okay.
There's a bigger message of philosophy that Alex lives by.
Okay, I'm listening.
He calls it just start.
Just start. I like it.
It's all about taking action even when you don't have all the answers, even when you're not sure or scared.
Okay.
Alex thinks too many people get stuck overthinking and overplanning, and
Yeah.
they never actually start.
They're waiting for the perfect moment,
Yeah, like the stars to align.
but that never happened.
Whoop. And while they're waiting, they miss out on chances, they stifle their creativity, and they don't get to learn and grow from experience.
So Alex is saying, don't wait for permission. Don't wait for everything to be perfect. Just go for it.
Yeah, just take that first step and figure it out as you go.
He's embracing the messiness of it all.
He says, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid to fail. That's how you learn the best lessons.
That's refreshing to hear,
It is.
especially with all the stories we see about overnight success and things that seem effortless.
Yeah, those stories don't show the hard work, the setbacks, all the learning that goes on behind the scenes.
Exactly. And that's what makes Alex's story so relatable.
And inspiring.
Yeah, he's not some superhuman entrepreneur.
Nope,
He's a regular guy who had a vision, worked hard, and never gave up.
that's it.
So we've talked about Alex's journey from those early days to building $1 million business
Yeah.
and his plans for what's next.
Uh-huh.
But I'm curious, what advice does he have for our listeners
That's a good question.
who might be thinking about following in his footsteps?
Yeah.
What can people do right now
Yeah.
to start building their own online businesses?
Alex has a lot of great advice.
I bet.
And he loves helping new entrepreneurs.
Awesome.
In the last part of our deep dive, we'll get into his practical tips and strategies for online business success.
I can't wait. Okay, so we've heard all about Alex's incredible story and that awesome just start philosophy.
It is pretty inspiring.
Now let's get to the good stuff.
Okay.
The actual advice Alex has for anyone wanting to build their own success online.
You got it.
Perfect, because I know our listeners are ready for those actionable tips.
Well, Alex is all about sharing what he's learned.
That's great.
He actually has 5 main things
Okay.
that he says were key to his success.
5 things. I love it. Lay it on us.
All right. So number 1 is picking the right niche.
Okay.
We talked about this a little bit before,
We did.
but Alex really stresses how important it is to find that sweet spot where your passions and skills line up with something people need
Okay.
and where there isn't too much competition already.
So it's not just about following the latest trends.
Right.
It's about finding something you actually enjoy
Yeah.
and where you can offer something unique.
Exactly, he says. If you're not excited about the topic, it'll show in your work, and you won't put in the effort you need to succeed.
Make sense? Passion is contagious, right?
It is.
Okay, what's number 2?
Number 2 is mastering SEO.
Okay.
This is where it gets a little technical.
Yeah, SEO can feel like a big mystery.
It can, but it doesn't have to be.
So,
Alex says start with the basics.
like what?
Things like keyword research, understanding what people are really searching for,
Yeah.
and then making your website's content and structure match those keywords.
So it's about speaking Google's language in a way.
You got it.
Don't
And there's
know.
a ton of stuff online to help you learn.
Really?
Alex recommends tools like Ahrefs and SEMrush
Okay.
for figuring out keywords and checking out what your competition is doing.
That's helpful. All right. So we have the niche. We have the SEO.
Yeah.
What's next?
Number 3 is creating really great content.
Okay.
And this is where you can really see how much Alex cares about helping people.
Yeah, he built his whole business around providing useful info.
He did.
So I definitely want to hear what he has to say about this.
Well, Alex believes in going above and beyond just giving basic facts.
Okay.
He says, the best content is the kind that anticipates what the reader needs and answers questions they haven't even thought of yet.
So it's about being that go-to expert.
Yeah, the one people trust and keep coming back to.
Makes sense.
He says, think of your content as a conversation with your audience.
Okay.
What are they wondering about? What problems are they facing? How can you give them solutions in a way that's clear, engaging, and they can actually use?
So it's not just throwing info out there and hoping it sticks.
Right. It's about actually connecting with people through your content,
Okay. That leads us to number 4.
which is building strategic partnerships.
Ah, yes. The power of teamwork.
That's right.
I'm guessing this goes beyond just joining any affiliate program you can find.
Definitely. Alex says you got to be proactive.
Okay.
Find brands that match your values and your audience.
So it's about quality over quantity.
Exactly. He says, don't be afraid to reach out to your favorite brands, even if they don't have an official program. You never know what might happen from a simple conversation.
That's great advice. Okay, we're at the last one. Number 5. What is it?
Number 5 is diversifying how you get traffic to your website.
We talked about that before.
We did.
Not putting all your eggs in one basket.
Right. Having different ways for people to find your site.
Spreading the risk.
Exactly.
So besides SEO, what else is there?
Alex recommends using a mix of SEO, paid advertising, email marketing, and social media.
Okay.
This way you can reach more people and your business will be more stable.
It's a well-rounded approach.
Exactly. And he also says to keep testing things out
Okay.
to see what works best for your specific niche and audience.
All right, so we have Alex's 5 keys to success. Picking the right niche, mastering SEO, creating awesome content, building partnerships, and diversifying traffic.
Yep.
That's a pretty solid plan for anyone who wants to succeed online.
It is.
But beyond those practical strategies, Alex has one more piece of advice that he thinks is the most important.
Okay, what is it?
I'm ready.
He says, never stop learning.
Love it so simple, but so true.
The internet is always changing, so you got to stay curious, be open to new tech, and always look for ways to improve your skills and knowledge.
It's that growth mindset,
Yeah.
that willingness to adapt, and that desire to keep learning.
That's what makes the difference between those who really succeed and those who just try.
Well said. So I think we've covered a lot today.
We have.
We explored Alex's incredible journey from those tough beginnings to building $1 million business.
And his plans for the future?
We dove into his 5 keys to success and his powerful just start philosophy.
It's a good one.
And most importantly, we got some real advice that our listeners can use in their own lives and businesses.
Absolutely.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave our listeners with a final thought.
Go for it. Alex's story shows us what's possible. It reminds us that with passion, hard work, and a willingness to learn,
We can do amazing things.
couldn't have said it better myself. So to our listeners,
Yeah.
we encourage you to take those first steps. Embrace the journey
And never stop believing in your dreams.
and never stop learning.
Until next time.
Keep diving deep.
Stay curious.
This is the Deep Dive signing off.